Hi, welcome to another in the series of gardening tips. This time, instead of one pot for potting vegetables, we're going to put up some strawberries ready for the spring. So we're in the last couple of weeks of winter. This is the time to pot up your strawberry plants ready for the year ahead. Now I'm doing mine in a hanging basket. So this is the basket which I've got. I've been doing this for the last couple of years now. So there we are, just going to be strawberries, and I can either hang them in the polytunnel so the birds don't get at them, or I've got brackets around the garden that I can hang them on, but they're subject to the birds attacking rather rigorously. So we've got two different types of strawberries here. These ones produce fruit early in the year, and these ones over here produce fruit mid-year to end of year. So I've got a mix so that we get early fruits, mid-year and late in the year. So we don't just have one bumper crop of strawberries, but we get them throughout the year. I'm just going to dig a little hole. This hanging basket is ideal to put 3 plants in at least, and generally it's suggested that 3 plants will produce enough fruit for one person for a year. I'm not sure about that, but we will put 3 plants in here. I've got 10 plants in all, so I think last year I ended up with 5 hanging baskets of strawberries. Our crops weren't so good last year. Now, strawberries being fruit producers need a lot of potassium, so these will go in. I've got some strawberry plant feed as well. That looks quite good. Fair root ball on that one. It's already producing flowers which will take off. You take off the early flowers, let the plant produce its roots, get embedded, and it'll produce better quality fruit. So don't just think, oh, I'm getting early strawberries. Take these first ones off. Put that down. To stop it rocking around, if you put it on a bucket, it doesn't roll all over the place whilst you're filling it up. So there we are, they're potted. We can put some straw on top of that when we get closer to fruiting time. And here's my strawberry feed, or strawberry compost. This is specially blended. It's got a higher level of potassium for fruiting. It's not necessarily just for strawberries, but obviously they sell it for that. You can use this for any fruiting vegetables. There we go. Now I don't need to water that in because A, this is wet already, but also the soil that was in there beforehand I can feel is quite a heavy basket. So all we do now, hang that up. I'm guaranteed to knock myself on that and then we'll do the next one. So again, we want 3 holes. Now if you are doing them in hanging baskets, make sure they don't dry out, because hanging baskets, being up in the air, they get the air blowing past the sides, and this is just permeable to the wind and permeable to water. So the last thing you want is your strawberry plants drying out, because they'll stop producing fruit. So this time we'll use the other strawberries. And look quite healthy, nice roots on that one, not too pot bound. Make sure we've got space for the roots. So that's 2 hanging baskets with three plants each. We'll hang that over there. Then I've got these other ones which we can plant up. I'll just go and get another hanging basket. So that's 2 baskets completed. So this one we're going to put 4 plants in just to use up the numbers. But 3 should be plenty. Let's take that out. What's that? It's an old root plug from something. Right, so this one's going to be a mix. 2 early and 2 late strawberries. With the hanging baskets, the fruit can hang over the edge as well, so that they don't land on soil and rot. Being in a hanging basket keeps them away from slugs and snails, but the birds will still try to eat them. So one little trick you can do, if you've got them in the ground, is get a pebble or stone that is roughly strawberry sized, paint it red with little dots on. When the bird goes to peck it, he hits solid stone rather than fruit, and it tends to put them off. Not an absolute guarantee, but I like the idea of confusing them so that they don't eat my fruit. So a bit of the strawberry mix on top, and again, this one I don't need to water at the moment. That is a good heavy basket, well soaked. So now we'll just hang that up. There we go. So 2 baskets, or 3, all potted up with our strawberries ready for the year. So that was it for today. Thanks very much.